Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in to Joe and Zach Survival. So, I did my EDC bag, I did the video on it, and I took in all of your comments, which were really nice, thank you all. And now I want to go over, what has changed in this bag. So here we go. First of all, in the first pocket last time, I had a little bit of this twine. Now I added a lot more. It's actually tied there in this loop, but this is a lot more. This is like anywhere from 5 to 10 feet of this simple cotton twine, and it surprisingly fits right in this pocket, which is really nice. So that's the front. Then it opens up and unzips, as you guys seen in the first video. Make sure I get this little thing on camera there. In here, I took the super glue out. I got a comment saying that another YouTuber had problems with it leaking, and I used it because I cut myself and I super glued it. Well, guess what? It leaked, as you guys can see right here. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. The needle and the thread I put in this pocket with the 4 band-aids. I still want to get some more first aid, but I gotta find the right stuff to put in here. It has to be nice and slim. I thought this was good for either tying up your, or sorry, not tying up, for sewing up pants, or for wounds, I guess, if you really were in deep trouble. So you guys can see this portion has changed a lot. With the fire steel, I decided to take off that metal piece that was on there, and I simply put this piece of leather rope that you can use for, like, we have leather kits, and it's just something so that I can grab onto it and pull it away from the fire if I started it and I just drop it, or whatever the case may be. It's just something on there to give it more contrast if it's if it falls down in the woods. I got a bottle here of Carmex. It's wintertime out there, so in the summertime I probably would take that out. I suppose also I could use this as a fire starter too. Check it out. I took out what I had in here before, which was the scissors, and I put in this knife because this knife, for one, has a blade. It has a bottle opener and a can opener, and it has a scissors too. So I didn't really lose anything. I just added to it, and it takes up probably around the same amount of space, if not less. It's a lot more compact. So it's a little knife by J&R Military Surplus. It's from Wisconsin, I guess. This here is a whistle. I got a comment saying you should put a whistle in there because if you're in a situation where you can't contact anybody, broken leg, and they're coming and looking for you, you can't scream as loud as you can whistle. So I got this on there. I took a piece of this leather cordage and I tied it right to my bag. The reason being, if it didn't have that, I could lose this so easily, especially if I'm out in the snow and I drop it. I mean, I'm never gonna find it. So I made sure I put a nice strong piece of cordage on there. That way I can use it still very quickly. I could even untie it and use it, but if I drop it, it's still tied on there, which is good. Okay, we got the back pocket, which before had what did it have in there? I just had the knife and the flashlight. Now I have this. This is also what a YouTuber suggested, which was very smart. It is a little thing with a paper towel on there, and inside of it is lint from the laundry machine. And I just rolled it up in a little ball, so you guys can see, and stuck a rubber band around it, which was the easiest way that I thought I could keep it all intact. And that's probably quite a bit. If I mix it with some Carmex, we're talking about a lot of fire starting capability in there. For a while, I thought about having this big 55-gallon trash bag in there, but honestly, it took up quite a bit of space. And so instead, I replaced it with what it would probably be used as. I got an actual hooded poncho, which I could also use in an emergency situation as shelter. It even has a little guy on there as shelter, but I can string it up with the cotton twine and a stick, and it'll give me good rain protection from the elements. And in combination with this survival blanket, I'll be warm, which is good. And I can also, if it's warm out, I can combine these two and make a really decent shelter if I needed to. And the last two, as you guys know, I got the Ozark Trail knife, which is a little bit, this blade on here is a little bit of blade wobble if you get it real loose, so I have it tightened down to stop any blade wobble. This is pretty sharp. I don't have a piece of paper handy, but I have a Swiss Miss chocolate thing, and as you guys can see, I don't want to do this too many times because it'll kill my blade. I'll probably sharpen it now, but that's pretty sharp. And I have the flashlight. And as a YouTuber suggested, I think it was actually Emin Minbound, but I flipped the batteries around so that I don't lose any juice out of my batteries, which is smart. I was actually considering that, but then I thought, well, if it's dark out, I might want to just have it normal all the time. But after really thinking about it, I decided against it just because it's not really worth it. And I don't exactly have a Bic lighter, so I went out to my cook box from duck hunting, and I grabbed some of these matches, and I actually did that last night, and I haven't got around to putting them in the bag yet. So I'm actually going to add a box or two of these cheap matches, but I eventually want to get an actual Bic lighter, because this is not a bug out bag. It's not for 72 hours. It's like get home. It's probably my get home EDC bag, because I can start a fire with it. It's more than just a get home bag. It's more than an everyday carry. It's more of a get home bag, is what I mean. So yeah, but I don't really know a good spot to put these matches yet. I'm probably just gonna throw them in this main pouch here for now. I'll just tuck them real low in it because I don't want them to get wet, and this gives it a couple layers of protection. I'll throw in 2 boxes of matches just to be safe, and just so if I do need to use it as a 72-hour bag and something goes wrong, I have a little bit of backup. But all this is just put into this bag, guys, and it's pretty nifty, I would say so myself. I didn't really think I could get this hooded poncho in there, but after just kind of putting it in there and wrapping it around, turns out that it's actually a pretty decent fit in there with this rain poncho and the survival blanket. And it takes up, less space than the trash bag. So that is the EDC that is up to date and everything that I have in it. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you have any more ideas, I think one, I need to do more first aid, and 2, I need to get a small sharpener for my knives. But then again, like I said, this is just a everyday carry, so it's not a 72-hour bag, I don't really need a sharpener, because I'm not going to be in a situation with this bag. I would hope that I would need it. I would need to sharpen it. Right now, on me, I have the Kershaw Crown, as you guys seen in the last video. And deep in my pocket here, I have this little knife. So these are my everyday carries. And this Kershaw Crown I've had for a little bit. But I mean, it's, you guys can probably see on this little, it's the opposite side of the tightening nut. It's getting a little bit of a worn look to it. I'm actually surprised how fast that happened. I haven't had this knife that long, considering that amount of wear. But do I expect this? This is a, as I say in the reviews, it's a gentleman's knife. So did I really expect anything that would last? Not really. If I knew that I was going to be in a survival situation, I would probably carry my Mora knife and probably carry something like this knife here, which is a serrade. The Mora knife is from, I think it's Swedish, so it has decent steel. And this knife here, if I can get the camera to focus, I don't know what kind of steel. I tried to do a lot of research on it, but I could not find it. But this here, made in the US of A. And if you're wondering, if you want to look it up, as you guys can see there, it's a Serrade LB7. I tried to look it up, but they don't make these knives in America anymore. They make them in China. And my dad was following the forums and found out about it. And so he was lucky enough that he went on eBay and he got some of them. But this one here, as you guys can see, the blade's a little bit beat up on it. He had to buy some of them used, so this one is used. There's a little bit of a bad, whoever had it before me did a little bit of a bad grinding job on there and messed it up a little bit, and there's a little bit of chips right here, but I've been kind of working on it. It's really sharp right now, actually. Let's see here, if I can grab that Swiss Miss container again. It's really sharp. But this knife is very heavy, so I wouldn't want to carry it as my everyday carry, because with work and stuff it wouldn't work out. So I just, it's more of a novelty for me, because I mean, how many knives are made in America anymore? Not really. Unless you can go with maybe a K-bar, but I'm not one fan for the K-bar, at least the bigger K-bars, but I just carry this one here. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. I kind of rambled in the end, but you know what, that's fine. My everyday carry. If you guys have more ideas, let me know, because I'm always open to new ideas. I hope I use some of the ideas that you guys gave me, because they were really good. And thanks a lot for watching the Joe and Zach Survival channel. See you next time.